Swadikap, good afternoon. Thank you for joining us for PDT presentation performance of fourth quarter and full year of 2017. We are pleased to present you the presentation performance recently released, and then we'll go to a Q&A session, or even you would like to send your question during the presentation, please feel free. So starting with the presentation first, I'll let Kun Supornchai, our IRO, to handle this, and then we'll go to a Q&A. Thank you.
Okay, good afternoon. So we start off with to give you just a big picture of the supply and demand of the energy in Thailand. So if we start off with page number 2, this is just to give you the big picture of the oil balance in Thailand. In terms of the oil supply, you can see that we are the net import for the crude and condensate, with the proportion of import about 81%, and mainly we import from the Middle East. And in terms of the demand, we sell most of our refined products domestic, and just about 20% we export. Similarly, in terms of the gas supply and demand and supply, we also have to net import for the gas. However, we only need to import about 29%. We can find most of our gas in Thailand, in the Gulf of Thailand, almost 70%. In terms of the demand, most of the customers for our gas products are the power sector, almost 60%. We also sell to the industrial customer about 15%, NGV, natural gas for vehicle, about 6%. And since the gas from the Gulf are rich gas, we put them into our gas separation plants, which we have 6 plants altogether, and we extract them into petrochemical feedstock, such as ethane, propane, and sell them to our petrochemical subsidiaries, mainly PTT. And about 7% we sell LPG to the household, and also some for transportation. This page is to show you the activity highlights, both positive highlights and negative highlights that happened in the fourth quarter 2017 and the first quarter up until now. As you can see, let's start with the positive highlight in the middle column. For PTT, fourth quarter, our GSP plant number 6, we did some debottleneck to improve the efficiency, and we were able to expand the capacity from 840 mmSCFD to 880. Fourth quarter, we also divested the remaining ownership in SPRC of 5.41%, which we received about 3.7 billion baht for that transaction. Recently, in the first quarter this year, we acquired the IRPC portion from the government saving bank of 9.54%. So now our ownership in IRPC increased from 38% to about 48%. We have also recently announced to split the PAR from 10 baht to 1 baht per share. However, we still need the approval from the shareholders meeting on the 12th of April. For PTTEP, the first quarter this year, they've just acquired the Bongkot ownership percentage 22.22% from Shell, and they have also won 2 blocks in Mexico on the exploration phase. PTTGC has recently got the EHIA approval for their olefins reconfiguration projects. This project is to increase their flexibility in terms of feedstock from the gas cracker to the naphtha cracker. For IRPC, they have recently COD the PP expansion, which increased their PP capacity of about 140k ton per annum. And GPSC recently COD IRPCCP Phase 2 of about 195 megawatts, and also the solar power in Japan. For the negative highlight, we only have one for PTT. Our gas separation plant number 4 had a planned turnaround about 21 days in the 4th quarter. For the performance year on year, all of our businesses have improved year on year except for the oil business, which mainly caused by the lower stock gain. However, the margins is still improving. For the negative highlights in terms of performance, we had impairment of about almost 25 billion baht, mainly from the PTT EP oil sand project in the 3rd quarter 2017 of about 18.5 billion baht. For the finance part, since we have quite a lot of cash, we have done some repayments, quite a lot of repayments last year, starting from with the Japanese bond, the US bond. We also did some loan prepayment and also bond buyback. This page is to show you key business drivers of the PTT Group performances, starting off with the Dubai price and the fuel oil price. As you can see, year on year it has been increasing of about, for Dubai 29% and fuel oil about 40%. This would reflect directly to our selling prices, whether it's to the industrial customers in the gas business or the petrochemical business, the prices. On the top right graph, you can see the natural gas price. Year on year, quite stable, increase only about 2%. This is just to show you that in terms of the feed cost or the cost of the gas business, still quite low. The bottom left shows you the price of the petrochemical prices, which we reference with the HDPE price. As you can see, increased year on year along with the Dubai the oil price. However, for the PX naphtha spread has been decreased, so we should expect some lower performance year on year for the aromatics. And last, on the bottom right is the FX USD THB rate. As you can see, has been appreciating significantly year on year. This means that we should be expecting some FX gains this year compared to last year. This is to show you the year-on-year performance of the PTT Group. This year is our record year for almost all of our PTT itself and also the subsidiaries, apart from PTT EP, as they had the impairments in the 3rd quarter. So the net income improved about 43% to 135 billion baht. The main contribution, starting off with in the PTT itself, the gas business, mainly from the S&M and the GSP, as the feedstock cost, the gas cost, still quite low, while the selling price, whether it's the industrial selling price or the GSP selling price, which is linked with the petrochemical prices, improve in according with the oil price. In terms of trading business, performance also improved, mainly from the better margin of the domestic condensate. PTT EP performance improved significantly, mainly due to the increase in the oil price and also lower unit costs, especially from lower depreciation and amortization expenses from the increase of their reserve at the end of the year 2016. For the P&R business, the GIM, gross refining margin, improved year on year, mainly from the higher selling price due to the higher oil price and also from the hurricane season in the 3rd quarter in the US. Olefins also improved, mainly from the selling price along following the high oil price and also the increase in the volume as last year, 2017 had lower turnaround compared to 2016. And last, for the other affiliates, performance improved from the PTT NGD. This is basically selling to the industrial customers, so the selling price improved while the cost still remain low, and also the coal performance improved from the higher coal price year on year. And in addition to the different businesses' performance, net income increased also from the group productivity improvement last year, which the whole group managed to improve its EBIT by about 31 billion baht. The main contribution are from PTT, PTT EP, PTTC, Tire, and IRPC. So the next section will be on the performance by segment, which we will provide you more detail. However, since we have, it would take too much time to go through all the slides, I will be going through the important slides, and I will be skipping some slides which you can go through, and if you have any questions, can ask at the end or during the presentation. So let's go to page 10. This is the PDT EBITDA breakdown by business units. As you can see, Q on Q, EBITDA improved by about 19%, mainly from the gas business and the trading business. Within the gas business, EBITDA improved by 18%, mainly contributed from the S&M and the GSP. As I've told you, the S&M mainly from the industrial customer segment, as the selling price is linked with fuel oil, which increases in accordance with the oil price, while the gas cost or its costs still remain low. GSP selling price also improved as it linked with HDPE and PP. So HDPE, PP price improved following the oil price, while the cost still low, and also from the increase in the volume, as in 2017 there's lower amount of turnarounds compared to 2016. Trading improved from better margin from domestic condensate. For year on year, EBITDA improved by 14%, again mainly from the gas business and trading business. Gas business mainly from S&M, from the industrial customer, and also from TM, the transmission improved a bit from higher demand volume, and also GSP again improved from higher selling price while the cost is still low, and also increase in the volume. For others, improved 24%, mainly from PDT NGD, which is from, again, the industrial customers. Oil EBITDA decreased, however, oil EBITDA decreased about 14%. This is due to the lower stock gain. However, as I've mentioned, the margins per liter has improved in most of the oil products. And lastly, trading performance improved from higher margin from domestic condensate from higher oil price. Let me move on to the overall PTT Consolidated Performance on page 18. So starting off with the oil price. As you know, in average Dubai price year on year increased about 29%. And so you can see that revenue increased about 16%, mainly contributed from the trading business, which selling price increased in accordance with the oil price, and also on the petrochemical and refining business, selling price increased in accordance with the oil price. EBITDA improved by 11%, mainly from the gas business, from S&M and GSP, the margin widened from higher selling price while the cost is still low. P&R also contribute to the increase in the EBITDA, as we've seen better GRM, gross refining margin, mainly from the hurricane season, which decreased the supply, the global supply, so increased the margin, as well as the better performance from the olefins, as the price increased in accordance with the oil price, and also better volume from lower turnarounds compared to 2016. And lastly, for the net income, improved about 43%. In addition to the P&R and gas margins improvement, we also got the FX gain from the appreciation of the Thai baht year on year. As you can see, in terms of net income, PTT contribute the most with 55%, and the second is the P&R with 29%. This page shows the strength of PTT Group. You can see the asset decreased only about 17 million baht, but as you can see, the net debt to EBITDA has decreased significantly from 0.71 to 0.39, and net debt to equity decreased from 0.19 to 0.11. The main contribution to the decrease in the ratio is from the repayment of the debt, the loan, the bond, and also the increase in the EBITDA. This page shows the 5-year capex plan of PTT and its wholly owned subsidiaries. So the board approved the 5-year capex plan at the end of 2017 with the total amount of $10 billion. However, the main portion, as you can see, is from the capital restructure of about 47%, or 160 billion baht. This is a non-cash portion. It mainly consists of the PTOR, PTT injection of equity to PTTOR. So PTTOR will use this cash to buy the asset from PTT. So the cash just move out and then move back in. And also on the core business capital restructure to convert shareholder loans to equity. So if we take out this portion, you can see that the committed capex, which is cash, will be about $5 billion. Mainly consists of the PTT LNG investment, mainly for the second terminal, Terminal 2 of 7.5 million tons per annum, and also on the 5th pipeline for the gas business. In addition to the committed capex, we also have additional provisional capex of about 245 billion baht. This will be focused mainly on business expansion, such as the investment LNG value chain or the new S-curve, finding a new business. The additional provisional capex will still require to get the board approval and also the approval from the government. This page shows you the historical up until the current dividend payment. As you can see, we have recently announced the dividend payments for the second half of 2017 of 12 baht per share. So in total for 2017, we paid 20 baht per share, which equals to about 43% payout ratio. And the last slide, we'd like to talk about the outlook for 2018 market prices. Starting off with the gas price. Both Henry Hub and JKM, which is the LNG spot price in Asia, is expected to increase slightly. mainly from the higher demands, both from the US and also from the new customers or new buyers. Dubai price we expect to be about $60 to $65 per barrel. The main reason is from the high global inventories, the good compliance of OPEX and non-OPEX in the production cut, and also the robust demand or high demand of from the global economy upturn. However, the risk will still be from the US shale oil, which the US rig keeps increasing as in line with the increase in the oil price. The Singapore GRM expect to soften a bit, as last year or in the year 2017 it's higher than normal from the hurricane in the US, which struck in the third quarter of 2017, which caused the a lot of supply shortage. And last, for the petrochemical outlook, in terms of olefins, both HDP and PP price expect to increase, mainly from the higher oil price, and also this year we expect to have higher amount of turnarounds compared to last year, and the supply that will be coming in from the US is expected to come in the second half of 2018. For aromatics, for PX spread expect to be increased a bit, as last year was quite low. However, for the benzene and naphtha spread, last year was a very good year, especially in the first quarter of 2017, as there's higher demand from China from the styrene monomer. So we expect this year to soften a bit for the benzene spread. So let me stop the presentation here and start for the Q&A session.
So, feel free if you have any questions. Apart from while we are waiting the question, we just make announcement, set disclosure that the board has approved that the new CEO to replace existing Kun Taewin will be Kun Chansin Trinachakon, which will be affected starting from 31st of August this year. Okay, so we don't have questions. So if you have any question later, you can contact our email address, which is located in the last page. Feel free, okay, then. So thank you for joining us. Bye bye. ขอบคุณครับ